We're live. I got a question. Why can't we all get along? Why do we got to backbite, belittle, be envious, destructive to our own people that look like us? Tonight, discussion is sort of, is all skin folk kinfolk, you know? Sometimes your friends are not your friends. Sometimes your people is not your people. Sometimes others will treat you better than the people that look like you. So tonight we're going to crank up this Soulja Boy and we're going to talk about it. It's all kinfolk, skinfolk. It's all skinfolk, kinfolk. Thank you for the plus. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Right? Appreciate you. Great message. Great message. Glad that you're here. We're going to have a real good conversation. Right? Yeah, we doing that for YouTube purposes. You know why? What I'm just gonna share with y'all. Gripes. Oh, got the homie up in here. Friday, Unseen. I like that MK the back. Hey, Friday, I'll go live and you'll come through and it'll be all good. Let's have this conversation though, man. It bewilders me that I don't know if it's self-hatred amongst us that we can't work together. And I'm not saying that other demographics got it mastered. I'm just gonna hit you up. Thank y'all for coming up in here. Appreciate y'all. Okay, we got 8 people up in here. Real good, right? Professionally and just outside of the profession, either we do things destructive to our own kind because we deem them of being weak, or we just downright devilish. Now, I'm dexterous with this, so there's 2 sides to this. Professionally, I don't start ruckus with nobody like that. Especially we in that form of getting paid. I don't do that because that will come back to bite you. I mind my own business. Don't mess with you, right? I notice when you in those arenas and there's women around, sometimes men will do too much, say too much, deem you to be weak, show off, right? And that has consequences. So I always keep my nose clean and mind my own business. I don't start no mess, no fun, because I know for a fact when you do that, a nigga is going to see you, and it's man is territorial. You can tell by the body language. You don't have to even speak to me. I can tell when you a fucking hater. It's just written all over your face. I might be talking to some chick that you like, and you can look at her and tell by her body language, Oh, she must be screwing that nigga. And you turn into a hater. Now me and you got problems, right? And I don't want no problems over no Cucina, right? You need to check your bid. But sometimes you see these highly aggressive cuckoo for Cocoa Pops, mentally not right. Dudes that want to squabble wobble, they want to squabble up at risk of you losing it all. So what do? You gotta leave that shit alone. You gotta leave that shit alone. As a black man, I get tired of having to hold another black man's hand and like check him when he should know better. Exterior of age, full beard and all that. Mental, baby status, need a diaper. And I noticed that the older you get, and this is a real detriment, that you might be so bored with life that you get your rocks off of screwing other people to get their reactions. Now you know who does that same atrocity? If you a man and you doing that for reactions, because you bored, you want the reaction, you're moving like a woman. That's bitch shit. You're moving like a woman. Hands down. You need to be minding your own business. Right? Don't let nobody knock you off your square when you up there hourly or whatever you doing. Whatever you doing. You done clocked in, you get your money. Don't let nobody knock you off the square. Because some people are jealous of your success. You may not think that you're successful. You might think, I do this regular stuff, but you moved it up in the ranks of leadership. They can have a better ride than you. Some of them have more money than you. But their heart is a hater. And that's cancerous. Yeah, you need to avoid that shit like Chernobyl. Haters will stir up the pot. Haters, they allow on you. That's why I said this is a civil war. It's a civil war between men, and you can fill in the blanks. See, a lot of y'all bouncing up out of here because you think I'm preaching until that shit happens to you. And then you'll definitely understand. You'll say, yeah, I see what MK was talking about. That hater, that might be your homie. That might be your road dog. Then y'all get put in a certain situation, but when the truth come out, you'll be shocked. You'll be flabbergasted. The lines of integrity was drawn. A lot of beef that I've been in has been behind bitch shit. And not actually the bitch. It was the bitch ass nigga. Showboating. Fronting. Thank you, my good brother. Sometimes I feel that this is a waste of time, right? And every man got something to contribute, right? Ain't nothing wrong about exercising the times when you made a mistake and you met your downfall and you got up from that shit. Each one teach one. But every community got a firecracker in the group, and you gotta be careful of that motherfucker. That firecracker in the group will blow your shit up. Super Mario 2 with the block, the power block, blow it up, boom! Blow it up. Don't care. And that gets me like, I just don't do that to people just straight up. I joke around and all that sometimes, cool. We do the shits and giggles, but me like trying to really harm you, no, that's a different type of MK Specs. That is declared as a threat, and then we gonna move accordingly with that. And a lot of times people push it to the limit, front, because of that. Fucking around and find out, you know. I'll give you an example. You might be at the workplace. Threatening body language, dude, do it too damn much. He wants you to go upside the head. He wants you to hit the whammy button and lose and do like Eminem and lose control. Lose yourself in the music and never let it go. Like lose yourself. Now everybody talking about you, and then you done extra your situation. You done X yourself about the picture. Again, I thought men just do them atrocities over a bitch. No. Some people got a superiority complex until they fuck around and find out. Now, what I'm sharing to you is, when you do that to a man, expect the worst. Expect the worst. Expect the karma. Yeah, that shit's real. It's gonna come back. I've been there, talking too much shit. Nigga done hauled off, clocked me a good one. Right? There's parameters to this. Right? And there's times when nigga done did some shit and I said, you know what? I'm gonna live and let live. I'm gonna turn the other cheek. I'm gonna live and let live. I wanted some revenge, but I'm gonna live and let live. But we're the point that we get to uplift each other. And the thing is you only gotta link up with somebody outside your circle, because even in your, it's people in your inner circle that you can't be moving with. If you around 10 niggas that's going back and forth to jail, nigga, you fucking with 9 of them, they're going back and forth to jail, you gonna be the 10, homie. Shit. If you don't separate yourself from that equation, get into something, you're gonna be just like them. And you don't want to be just like them, because when you just like them, you say, oh man, they ain't talking shit about me. Or when you different, they talking shit, you're gonna have to take that ridicule. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I can remember going through the fires, right? Building myself up. Then I start, messing with women, messing with, the ladies. I built myself up, right? I'm working, I got a whip, right? Did you know everybody and their mama asking for a ride? Like before Uber, I was the Uber. And it changed me. It changed me having money. It changed me having my own shit. It changed me to the people that I was messing with on some Mike Jones thing. Back then, they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all over me. But you're gonna get tired of people using you. And you're gonna have to set boundaries. Boundaries are spaces of protection. You gotta put some boundaries out there. I'll give you an example. People were saying, hey, when they go to Puffy house, you gotta tell Puffy no. You gotta set up a boundary. You got this nigga with the scraped off serial number. He wants a ride to the liquor store. You gotta set a boundary. This broad wants you to pay for her damn rent and cable bill and shit, and she ain't slurring. You gotta set a boundary. Ain't shit for free. You gotta set a boundary. Cause you don't want to be the fool. Me personally, I think some genocide needs to happen with us. It needs to be an event where it's going to separate the truths from the underlings. Me and my peoples, we was building today. 3 different age demographics, right? One dude, he was in the industry, balling out of control. Older, right? When his wife died, he's back out there in the pool of society, right? But he said something to me. He said, man, niggas these days. Man, one of my homies that's probably listening to this right here, right now. We talking about that giving a person a homie hookup. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's the worst thing you could put on a person, right? You drop the ball on somebody else's credit and you have no clue. You don't even give a fuck, but you don't have no clue of all of the pain just to give you the homie hookup, just to pull out that that draw for early in the game to help you out. And it's like a motherfucker can't even give you the decency of a thank you and none of that. Treat you like a bitch till you eat a dick. Hell no. Hell, it is what it is. Hell no. It is what it is. I only mess with people that's really above my tier, so I can learn from them, right? That's how you have to be. Now you keep winners on your team. But if you got, some members that are just folded like Texas Hold'em, they're contagious and they need to be avoided. Just straight up, you gotta cut it off. You gotta cut. Fellas, I know you dealing with a chick. She got that good, but it's risky. It's risky. You gotta deal with a baby daddy or two or something like that. Risky. Gang member, risky. She fine as a motherfucker too, blowing your socks off. What you gonna do like a tap dance man? What you gonna do? ladies the same way. They get hooked on a nigga and give him her all. She damn near about to smoke some crack. What you gonna do? It's a civil war, man. When you got a family, fuck everybody else. Now, I know a lot of people say family. I'm talking about like your immediate family. I'm talking about like when you got a woman and you got some kids, some little kids, and they looking at you, you know what I'm saying? Papa, get it. They looking at you. No, nigga, you need to go out there and get it, nigga. And whoever around you that's gonna, bring you down, make you take idiotic risk, you need to be avoided, man. But it hurts me to be like that. It hurts me to be like Ray. Y'all, if you ever seen the movie Ray, the scene where it was where he said, "Oh yeah, there it is," because dude was like, "All right, here we go." He was like, "Nigga, I was just jealous of you and shit like that. You had all the bitches and shit like that. I wanted to be somebody." That moment, and man, you gonna have them right up under your nose, man. There's an old saying about you feeding wolves and shit like that, man. You got to keep feeding them because when they get hungry, they're going to turn on you. They're going to turn on you. They're there for the ride. But you got to be careful. You got to be careful. That's where the hatred lies. And I don't get it. Like, if we together making some legal bread, we're doing something for the community, right? We're not getting looked as animals. I don't see what's wrong with that. But jealousy and envy, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised that some niggas is more jealous than these bitches. Pause, no homo. I tell you, man, like in these streets right now, I'll tell you about the streets of California. You might say, oh, the fires and all that, blah, 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 Ichabod Crane, right? There's motherfuckers that'll hit your shit, peel the fuck off. I don't know what's up with y'all in the balloons right now. And I ain't talking about being a mule like a horse, donkey, no. I'm talking about, hitting the nos. Swerving in the traffic, you hit some shit, just be so goofed out, laugh, or you be in the gas station just sitting there in the car on one. Like on one. The streets used to be fun, hit Crenshaw up with no problem, right? You could be at a light, a nigga roll up to you and shit, put your head on flat. I had that happen to one of my partners, got shot in the mouth, his pastor, homeboy got murked, right? My homie the Breezer, right? He gets shot at, man. I done had God, man, thank God I got the gift of gab. I'm trying to tell you, man. Ain't trying to preach to the choir. But it's hard to be a real stand-up man when you got this civil war going on outside. Thank y'all for coming up in here. Appreciate y'all. Man, hopefully we guys do better, man. This is my way to give it back.